Hey guys, this is just a brief update on a sergeant down in Orange County, Florida, being harassed by Jeremy Dewitte, who is currently in prison for 18 months for impersonating a police officer and about 13 different charges. Anyway, he's trying to take Keith Vidler down. It's just what kind of person he is. Sergeant Vidler has a stellar career, 30-year career in the Sheriff's Department. There's definitely something wrong in Orange County for this guy for them to try to hold him accountable because Jeremy Dewitte doesn't like being arrested. It's just ridiculous. They're giving Dewitte this much attention.
A sergeant with the Orange County Sheriff's Office could lose his job over a wrongful arrest after he said this convicted felon was carrying a concealed weapon.
How is that carrying a concealed weapon? It's not even a weapon, it's for less lethal purposes.
The Sheriff's Office has given notice it intends to fire Sergeant Keith Vidler for what it says was abuse of power. Good evening, I'm Greg Wormuth.
I'm Vanessa Eccles. Sergeant Vidler is a 30-year veteran law enforcement officer who pulled people to safety during the Pulse nightclub attack. But an internal investigation shows during a traffic stop, he targeted a registered sex offender who has a history of arrests.
Oh no, he was assigned Dewitte as a registered sex offender to keep an eye on his business because he was running illegally. So they're going to fire him over that after they started the investigation in the first place. It's fucking ridiculous. And according to Keith Vidler, he has over $900,000 invested in a separate company that he owns. It's a construction company, so the salary he gets from the Orange County doesn't mean anything to him. But his reputation's being sullied because of this dirtbag Dewitte.
For impersonating a police officer. Channel 9's Jeff Deal is live now at the Sheriff's Office. And Jeff, these two men knew each other?
It did seem that way on the body camera footage released by the Sheriff's Office. They called each other by name, and initially the sergeant seemed most concerned about this convicted felon carrying what he thought was a firearm. Turns out it wasn't actually a firearm, but a non-lethal weapon called a pepper ball gun. But the sticking point now seems to be that even after making that discovery, the sergeant arrested him for something else. There is no doubt Jeremy Dewitte has been a controversial figure.
And these guys since 2014 have been harassing us.
The registered sex offender has been outspoken and been arrested several times for impersonating a police officer working for his company, Metro State Vehicle Protection Services. In fact, he was just sentenced last week to 18 months in prison as part of a plea deal. But
Dewitte's victim was 15 years old. He was an adult. He was 25 years old, and he was convicted. He actually pled guilty. He got a couple of those charges. And this is the guy. I don't know. I got nothing good to say about this guy. He's another Earl Warden, as far as I'm concerned.
You hear me?
That now has an Orange County Sheriff's Office Sergeant Keith Vidler facing termination. On body camera footage, Vidler appears concerned about what he says he believes is a firearm that would be illegal for a felon like Dewitte to carry.
You're being secure because you're openly carrying a firearm.
It turned out that firearm was actually a non-lethal pepper ball gun.
You know it's a pepper ball. Stop it, man.
But that didn't stop Vidler from making an arrest.
All right, Jeremy, being arrested for carrying a concealed weapon. Concealed? It was in plain view.
A Sheriff's Office internal investigation found the pepper ball weapon was in plain view and not concealed, and Dewitte should have been released. Investigators determined the arrest was an abuse of power. Some in the community, though, have launched a GoFundMe page supporting Vidler and a corporal who was suspended in the same case, claiming the Sheriff's Office targeted them. We caught up with Vidler to try to get his side of the story, but he declined to comment because he said it's against department policy.
As far as commenting or anything, I can't because I'm not officially terminated. Now, when I'm officially terminated, then I can talk all day long, but until that point, I can't.
Now, Sergeant Vidler has appealed. He has a hearing here at the Sheriff's Office on Friday. If that appeal is unsuccessful, he does have one other possible appeal he could go for to try to get his job back. Reporting live at the Orange County Sheriff's Office, Jeff Deal, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
That was it. I'd be interested to find out if they actually dismiss him or not. I can't see him doing it unless there's really something wrong with the hierarchy in Orange County. I mean, this guy was decorated for actively going into the Pulse nightclub while he was under fire, pulling people out so they didn't get murdered. And Dewitte's claim to fame is being a sexual predator convicted of impersonating a police officer when he was 18 years old. And throughout his whole life, he's done nothing but things like that. And it's just wrong. It's just wrong. And Jerry Dewitte wants to go after him. That's what kind of a scumbag Dewitte is. And I hope he gets his due justice. He's not going to get it by doing 18 months and a couple of years probation. I don't know. Anyway, that's the video. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.